Hello ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching this video, you randomly clicked on a Survivor Series match predictions video. This is the first video I've ever done, so please forgive me. This is for Survivor Series 2011. Match number 2 on the card, the United States Championship match. Dolph Ziggler being managed by Vicky Guerrero versus John Morrison. As far as Dolph Ziggler walking tonight with the title, it's a toss-up. Because I see this whole Ryder situation with the Twitter holy crap, petition. There we go. The petition basically saying that he has a championship shot. I honestly think that he's going to cash in on this like Money in the Bank in this situation type way. Here's my dream. Here's what I want to happen. To give this Dolph Ziggler a huge push to make him stick out at Survivor Series, which they won't because The Rock is supposed to stick out. But Dolph Ziggler loses the title to Ryder. Ryder, yay, everyone's happy, and he's just walking away all hurt. He gets pissed off at Vicky and Jack Swagger and him getting in quarrel. He's gonna and later in that the traditional Survivor Series match, Ziggler I see costing Swagger a spot or something like that. I see him screwing someone over. He's pissed off. I feel like that's where it should go. Because that would make Ziggler stick out. He's going to drop Vicky Guerrero, drop Jack Swagger, and that is where I see that going. But that's not realistic. That's the best way to go, but it's not realistic because WWE doesn't like to do that. They like to stick out John Cena, The Rock, and blah, 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 bull crap. I see if Ryder, Dolph, and the only other thing I see is a Ryder coming out to cash in. Maybe that's it. People are saying triple threat. I don't see it because that is way too good. That is a way too good way to do it. And WWE won't do it because they stick out. See, they're trying to you're paying to see The Rock. You're paying to see John Cena. That's what they think. And so that's where that goes. Alright, for our traditional Survivor Series contest, we have Team Barrett versus Team Orton. I am going out and saying that this is hard because I feel like WWE is playing on who has the momentum. At WrestleMania 27, they played on that momentum on Raw card. For example, think about it. John Cena put finisher on The Rock. Rock gets all knocked out, and The Miz is the one who walked away. So John Cena had the most momentum, and Rock got screwed. That means John Cena gets screwed. Rock has the most momentum at the night, and Miz is champion. So they've been playing that card a good amount, I think, because Alberto Del Rio stuck out abnormally before SummerSlam. I mean, Money in the Bank, like, whenever he was featured, he was like, I'm going to cash it in, or maybe not that, but you get the idea. I think there's a lot of momentum going in Bear's corner, but also with what happened on SmackDown. Randy Orton, from what I understand, Randy Orton and Sheamus got this upper hand. So I believe that because of that, I don't know, I'm going to say just Orton, Team Orton, because Team Bear, the Bear Barrage, is not going to continue tonight. That, again, is going to stick out. And they like to I think this is a feel-good year. I've noticed, SummerSlam was basically feel-good matches. Everything felt fine, and having the face team win is what is going to happen because that's the feel-good thing to do. Alright, now the big title picture. I see this coming before the Survivor Series traditional match, but I'm reading a cards listing, so this is what I have to say. So I'm looking at it, and I'm going off of that. Okay, we have Mark Henry versus The Big Show, World Heavyweight Championship. Mark Henry. There's no way the Hall of Pain is closing. People are following this. I've never had the appeal of Mark Henry. I guess he doesn't have the look to me. I remember him being from the Nation. Like, I was a fan in 2000. I started watching wrestling in 2007, yet I remember him from the Nation, from casually watching as a kid, and on and off. Back then, I wouldn't even be a fan. 2007, I became a fan, which I understand was a horrible time, and I realized why. But Mark Henry, he's a threat, but he never was a big threat. But I guess because of all the young guys he can be now, which I think is sad. He should have, if he was to be this big guy, he should have been years ago. But he's working his ass off now. He's doing a great job. I like his matches. I like the squash matches he puts on because there's a point to him, and it's good. It's different. So he's the best world title holder, I think, this year for the World Heavyweight Championship. Because Randy Orton, a lot of people stopped following Randy Orton after he became champion. Christian. I wish he was a face. I like him as a face. He's funny. He's the underdog. That's believable. Not Rey Mysterio. I'm the underdog. No, Christian is the underdog without saying it. Anyway, I'm ranting a lot. This is my first video, so you can understand. Mark Henry versus Big Show. It's gotta be Mark Henry puts an emphatic World's Strongest Slam on the Big Show. Alright, the big title match, the one that everyone's paying attention to, if anyone's paying attention to a title match. Unlike me, I'm actually paying slightly more attention to Dolph Ziggler versus Morrison because it will say a lot for the future. But CM Punk, Alberto Del Rio. CM Punk, if he was to win, would... I can't do it. I can't choose because I've heard a couple, WrestleZone.com, Chairshot Reality, check them out. They are great guys, great reviewers, great people. I think I like them. They have this, they were talking about how both men, whoever loses is going to lose a spot and is going to fall into the background. Alberto Del Rio is the guy who should fall into the background if anyone is to. So I see CM Punk winning because WWE is in a state of not having the titles be the big picture, and they won't. They want everything to happen. But WrestleMania 27 showed us that there's a lot to work on. A lot was worked on, I'll admit that, but all of your best talent's on SmackDown. Your best heel character, I think, is on SmackDown. Your best face character, and who is that? Cody Rhodes. Your best face character, Sheamus, because he's big, he's believable, he's a badass. Everyone loves him. Yeah, at least a good amount do. He's your best face other than CM Punk, because CM Punk is rumored to be in a Stone Cold Steve Austin rivalry, which would be sweet. I would buy that pay-per-view. I'm in college. I'd find a way. I'd find a TV. I'd buy the pay-per-view to watch WrestleMania by myself. I would do it. I'd do it if he was on that card. Only if that match is on that card. But otherwise, I see CM. And again, I'm ranting. CM Punk is going to be your WWE champion after Survivor Series, and I believe this because he's had this too big of a run. He has beaten Alberto Del Rio, and if CM Punk doesn't win, he will win. If he does not win the WWE title, he will win the match by disqualification. It's one of those two. And now we come to our main event, the main event. No one's doubting this. The Rock and John Cena versus The Awesome Truth, The Miz and R-Truth. Miz and R-Truth are going to win this. If you think otherwise, you have not been watching Raw at all. Because here's number one. The Rock and John Cena, never before, never again, yet the most charismatic tag team. They are at each other's throats. The randomness with this was thrown together is not even to demonstrate the Miz and R-Truth. If you notice that, John Cena's like, I'm pissed off at these guys. I want to beat them up. And I'm going to call on The Rock. Why the hell do you call on the guy you're facing at WrestleMania, which will mean something? See, when WWE emphasizes it, it doesn't mean anything anymore. We just want to see the damn match. Like, if this was at WrestleMania 25, this meant something. Now it's 3 years later. I don't think anyone gives a crap anymore. But anyway, that's what you have in the John Cena and Rock corner. Miz and R-Truth corner, you have guys that WWE wants to push to be the top heels of the company. The Miz is, in my opinion, already the top heel of the company. Other than, him, Dolph Ziggler, and Cody Rhodes on this plateau with each other because everyone loves them as a heel characters, because Cody Rhodes is now in this badass, I think, kind of era where he's just going to be kicking ass, taking names, yet he's going to be sadistic at the same time. So he's dashing and undashing, if you want to go by that. In any case, and then I think you have R-Truth, because he's just the crazy guy. Everyone tries to keep in the closet, and The Miz is using him to his advantage. But in any case, you have these two guys that WWE wants to push. WWE wants to make them the best. And how, in any other way, you have it that Miz and R-Truth get the pin on John Cena and The Rock. Here's what I want to happen. John Cena, just like the nature of the Raw before WrestleMania this year, John Cena is going to adjust The Rock's attitude, turn heel, and have The Miz and walk out. Miz pins him 1, 2, 3 because The Miz has always talked about if all the dream opponents is The Rock. So he says, I pin The Rock. That will never die. That you won't get any more hate towards The Miz because everyone loves The Rock. That's why I wish that would go. What you're going to have happen probably is Rock, screwing over John Cena. Because, why? Why would The Rock screw over John Cena? Because The Rock hates him. We know it, and if the WWE goes the road it's going, which is face versus face, it's horrible. I wish they didn't go that route. I really wish that they make John Cena heel. Go back to the random jerseys that he'd wear, Massachusetts jersey, whatever he would wear. But in any case, The Rock is supposed to be the big bad guy. Because John Cena is Superman. He can't. CM Punk said it himself in an interview. Well, not an interview, but anyway. CM Punk said it in one recent promo when he took over the Madison Square Garden, which I like. Check that out. YouTube that. CM Punk takes over Madison Square Garden 2011. Because he's Batman. That's because someone asked him what kind of superhero he would be. He's Batman. John Cena's Superman. Superman sucks. Honestly. Batman's awesome. I'm Batman. That was a horrible impersonation, by the way. I'm sorry. But to get back on track, point is that John Cena is supposed to be the big guy. He's supposed to be the moral compass, the one who rides the white horse, as Booker T said in Money in the Bank when John Cena came down towards his entrance. Which is going to be horrible, but that's probably what's going to happen. Because you won't have a clean win. Because John Cena already has a clean win year. Last year at WrestleMania, at Royal Rumble, what did he do? Was he big in the Royal Rumble in 2010? I forget. But it's WrestleMania. Beat Batista. Clean. SummerSlam. Beat Nexus. Clean. Survivor Series. Made the right choice by having Randy Orton win, because he's not going to get fired. He knew it. He always gets his job back. But on that note, John Cena had a clean year last year. Now he's on this horrible year. He got screwed. He is in this mess now. He's trying to be this moral compass, yet all this bull crap hits him. This is the perfect time to turn him heel. SummerSlam got screwed by Triple H, which is going to be in a promo somewhere, because if it is not, then that was wasted. That, like WWE always does. Number 2, WrestleMania got screwed by The Rock. That, of course, is going to be a big topic. He's going to get screwed by The Rock again. I hope. He's going to turn heel, hopefully. If not on the Monday Night Raw next, that's it. And if not on Survivor Series, it's going to be Monday Night Raw next, or in the next couple months. By 2012, by end of January 2012, you'll see a heel John Cena. Whether he likes it or not, he will be a heel John Cena. That's my thoughts. Thank you for watching. If you watched all the way through, if you dislike this video, I'm sorry. This is my first video, forgive me. Alright, and I will be posting a review based on the results, because I won't be watching tonight. But otherwise, have a good night, enjoy the pay-per-view, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.